I bought a $15 fake Apple Watch from TEMU, and in this video, we're gonna unbox it, test it out, and see if it's any good. All right, guys, so, oh yeah, I actually bought two of these. So I bought the, this is clearly the fake Apple Watch, and then I also bought this other little Fitbit looking thing that is all smashed up. Let's take a look at these boxes first. So, yeah, this thing is straight up just like basically a clone of the Apple Watch. Let me just take my own Apple Watch off, and we'll take a little comparison here. So first of all, I mean, as you can see, it's got the little spinning wheel on the side. It's got obviously a squarish kind of rounded screen. It's got the same looking band. I have a third-party band actually here. And then, yeah, nothing crazy going on here. Just called it a smartwatch. And 15 bucks, kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and open this one up and see what's inside the box. I will say that, ooh, packaging is actually, oh, wait, hold on. The packaging is actually not bad. It kind of slides out like so, and it looks nice here. It says, tips, please, please make a full charging before use the smartwatch. I love how it always has broken English. Dude, that thing is massive. Holy crap. Wait, look at that. It's like it's almost double the screen real estate there. But let's go ahead and keep going down here. We got our phone piece. We have a USB charger here. Let's see, what kind of USB? Oh, it's magnetic charging. Oh, that's kind of slick. So you can charge it up like that, which is kind of cool. It's not quite as fancy as the Apple Watch, of course. I mean, this is 15 bucks, so can't complain there yet. But let's go ahead and just, yeah, let's try to turn it on. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore this. All right, but this thing actually booted up immediately when I pressed the on button. It came right to the screen, and you can see, of course, it has, you know, date, time, heart rate monitor, your steps, your weather, I guess, if you connect it to your phone. And then you swipe up and you can see messages. Swipe down, you can, swipe to the side, you can see your favorites. Okay. Well, swipe down, you can see like do not disturb, you can change your brightness, low power mode, I think that was. Call, it keeps turning off by itself, which is annoying. Call and settings here. And going down to the settings, I scroll down to the bottom and it looks like there's an app download. So maybe, let me try to download this app and see if I can connect it up and actually use this like a real smartwatch. All right, so that was actually super easy to connect up. I basically just came on here, downloaded the app, and pressed pair, and it's immediately paired here. All right, but anyway, we got this booted up now. It's got activity, sleep, heart rate. Is that blood pressure? What? Dude, what? Hold on. This thing says it's measuring my blood pressure. Let me actually strap this thing on first. Let's try it out. All right, so got this on my wrist. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually, I mean, for 15 bucks, that feels ridiculously good. Like it's not bad at all. Now, how on earth is it gonna measure my blood pressure with this little thing? I feel like that's surprisingly accurate. That seems way too close. Let me just let it run again. Yeah, that's strange, because that's like pretty close to what I've been measured at the doctor, so that's weird. All right, so we have blood pressure data, blood oxygen, stress, weight. Let's go ahead and try to get our heart rate here. Press measure. I guess we can just measure it on the watch itself probably as well, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed how quickly this links up. You just press a button and it immediately starts in your watch. Let me go ahead and put on my Apple Watch as well and see what that says. Okay, so it's definitely different. Wait, oh no, now it's coming pretty close together. Apple Watch says 69, this one says 60. Wait a second, no, this is pretty close. It just it needed a second to sync up here when I'm sitting still. You're telling me these are only like 1 or 2 beats per minute apart? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am extremely impressed by this thing so far. Let's go ahead and keep checking out what else it can do. Now, another test I want to do is somewhat of a scratch test. So with my Apple Watch that I've had for a couple of years, it has a ton of little micro scratches because it just, you know, I bump tables, I bump door frames, just every little thing, every once in a while I'll bump into it and it gets tons of scratches on it. So I want to test this real quick and see if it'll get any scratches. And you can see right now it looks perfect, but let me just kind of walk around my office and bump it into the table, bump it into the door frame, and just, yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, guys, I think that was excessive enough, but let's go ahead and take a look at this watch right here. So, oh yeah, tons of little micro scratches. Honestly, not quite as bad as I thought it would be. Again, those are micro scratches, so if you look straight on, you can't see them at all. You can only see them if you look at them in the light right there. So, I mean, again, 15 bucks, can't complain too much. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am extremely impressed by this thing so far. Let's go ahead and keep checking out what else it can do. All right, I figured out that sliding to the side here, you got some more apps and stuff. So you got this little thing right here that gives you activity, sleep, heart rate, phone call. Let me see how the spinning wheel works. Actually, the spinning wheel does not work at all. So it's just there for show, I think. I think you basically just use that button to turn it on, and that's literally it. You can, of course, phone call, exercise. So I wonder if it's, oh yes, very similar to the Apple Watch, where you basically select what you're doing. So if I were to go outside and play some basketball, I'd click this. It's got like the exact same countdown as the Apple Watch, where it does 3, 2, 1. Count your steps, your calories, your heart rate zones. Dude, this is straight up like, it's unbelievable this thing was 15 bucks. Let me just, let's of course keep going though. I don't know if it constantly measures your heart rate or if you have to actually go and press to measure. Well, actually, I was measuring it by itself right there. Phone call. Let me see if I can make a phone call from this thing and see how it works.
Your mom.
Oh man, come on. I'm calling you from my $15 TEMU smartwatch right now. Kind of. Well, actually, I'm calling you from the watch, but I'm talking to you through the phone. Wait, can I? Oh, you're on the watch now. Let's go.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of.
How about now?
You sound like a 2004 Nokia.
Okay, awesome. So do you. But it is working. Oh, I can switch back and forth between the phone and the thingamajig. Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, kind of.
Repeat back what I say.
Repeat back what I say.
Okay, that works. All right, bye. Well, guys, that actually surprisingly works. If you caught that conversation right there, it doesn't sound very good, but for $15, I mean, come on, man. Now, I will say, and I'm trying to scroll down from the top, and it will not scroll down from the top. It just wants to scroll to the side. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Yes, you can actually scroll from the bottom, see your messages and your emails, and click on your email and like scroll through and see what it says. I mean, very similar to Apple Watch. You know, not quite as clean, not as good as the Apple Watch, but again, $15 versus $400. This is, I'm not gonna lie, kind of wild how this is working now. But let's go ahead and actually we've got a few other things that it advertises here. So sleep monitoring, steps, distance, calories, whatever. We already did all that kind of stuff. One of the important things though is walking around and seeing how it calculates your steps. So let me go ahead and put on both the Apple Watch and the TEMU Watch. I'm just gonna walk around the office for maybe 5-10 minutes and see how it compares. All right guys, so I've been walking around for like 5 or 10 minutes now. And this thing is weird, not gonna lie. So if you remember, we were about at 1743, I think, on my Apple Watch, and here we were at 0. We're now at 63, and this one's at 1824. So we got about 80 steps on this one and only 60 on this one. Now the weird part was they were about neck and neck for the first 50, 60 steps, and then all of a sudden this one just stopped counting steps. Like I've been walking around for the last 5 minutes, and it has not gone up from 63. I don't really know what's going on with this thing. I mean, I guess that's what you get with a $15 device, but I also just figured out they actually have like the activity rings, basically exactly the same as the Apple Watch. You know how you have the activity rings in the Apple Watch, 3 rings in the middle there. This one's like one big ring with 3 little sections. Scroll down, you can see your steps, calories, exercise. I don't know. It was very clearly meant to be a knockoff of the Apple Watch, and it's, I'm not gonna lie, they did a pretty good job of it for $15. Now, we do have this other smart bracelet, as they call it over here, that I also bought. This thing was $5. Like, no lie, $5. It looks like, I just looked at it a little bit ago, and it looks like it's actually delisted off of TEMU now for whatever reason. But they say it's heart rate and blood pressure bracelets. I don't know how they're measuring blood pressure, what kind of voodoo they're doing to measure that kind of stuff on these little watches, but it's probably just fake numbers, I don't know. I'm gonna pull this thing out, and yeah, so we got the little band here. We have a little charger. Looks very similar to like a Fitbit type of charger. I haven't worn a Fitbit in a few years, but it looks pretty similar to what I remember. And we also have a little piece in the middle. So yeah, this is definitely like a Fitbit copy, because you got your little piece that I guess slides into the middle. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn this thing on first, and then we'll make sure we have it oriented the right way. Okay, there we go. Got it snapped in place and fits pretty nicely there. We're gonna take off this snazzy little screen protector. There we go. Now this one, of course, is very dim. I mean, $5, can't complain. We can select, we got status, BPM, blood pressure, sport, weather, music, more. So yeah, very similar to the other watch, just in a more basic format. And right off the bat, you got your weather, which is not populated yet. You got your battery, it turns off pretty quickly. You got your time, date, BPM, and steps, which I haven't done any of yet, but I guess it's already measuring some steps. Let me go ahead and try to put this one on my wrist and just see how it feels. Okay, so this one definitely feels more like a $15 device. The band it feels like a very cheap rubber band, which is not surprising, it's $5. But let's go ahead and try to get some of this stuff to work. I want to try to do the BPM. So if we hold it selects it maybe. There we go. All right, so let me just sit here for a second and see what it measures. All right, so this Fitbit clone is kind of interesting. Basically, you run it for a while, and it takes like a whole 30 seconds to get any kind of measurement. And it came up actually kind of close. This one was like 69, this one was 74. And now hopping over to the blood pressure, let me go ahead and just let this run for a second. We'll see what this one says. Yeah, so it's about the same as the other one, 117/76. Which sound, I mean, they might just be picking like a somewhat average number and throwing it on there. I have no idea. Like, I don't think you can physically measure blood pressure with a little device like this. I don't know what kind of voodoo they're trying to do there. But let's check out I guess the other big thing is just trying to check out the steps. So we're at 14 steps right now. Let me just like kind of walk around the office again here and see how it measures compared to my Apple Watch. All right, well that was a pretty quick test. This thing just does not measure steps at all. I'm still stuck at 14. And I gained like 30 or so on my Apple Watch, so I don't know, it just doesn't work, which is it's $5. Can't complain too much. But anyways, guys, I don't know, both these watches are wild for the price. Like $5 for this. If you're looking for something super basic to do a somewhat accurate heart rate. Oh wait, actually, it just added some steps. I'm at 30 now. Okay. So it does add some steps. It just takes a while to update, and I guess it's still kind of short, but it does add some steps. So if you guys are looking for some kind of like an inaccurate step counter and maybe heart rate monitor, this is not bad. $5. I don't think it's even active on the store anymore. But if you want something that's like actually decent, honestly, for 15 bucks, you cannot go wrong with this. I'm not really gonna promote knockoff products. It's literally just an Apple ripoff. But I mean, $15, guys. Let me know what you think about the knockoff Apple Watch and the knockoff Fitbit, and I will see you guys next time.